Why did Agatha select these witches for her coven? What role do they play in the Witches' Road, and why are they necessary? Today, we're going to take a closer look at the witches of Agatha's coven and their role in the Witches' Road. And for more videos of your favorite movies and series, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. Before we start with this video, and to celebrate the arrival of the Penguin series, we will be giving away a Funko Pop from the Batman movie. To participate, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel and leave a comment telling us who is your favorite character from the DC universe and why. The winner will be announced on October 31st. In order to regain her powers, Agatha had to gather a new coven that will accompany her on her journey through the Witches' Road. As we know, Agatha is a powerful witch who has different abilities. One of them being the ability to steal the magic of other witches. However, she lost these powers after the spell cast on her by Wanda at the end of WandaVision, which left her trapped in an alternate reality for 3 years. But first, we must know what a coven is. At the beginning of the series, it is explained to us that the coven is not chosen by the witch, but is chosen by the mysterious forces of fate and becomes a sisterhood. Then Agatha mentions that one of the rules of the coven is that you must always have enough magical people nearby to form one. It is at that moment when she arrives at the place of who later becomes the first witch to be part of the coven. But who are the witches in this group? And what roles do they play in the story? Let's start with Lilia Calder. This clairvoyant witch is about 450 years old, and it is mentioned to us that during her prime, she was constantly persecuted in every village she passed through, after accurately predicting a tragedy. In addition to her ability to cast spells through gestures and incantations in Latin, she specializes in divination, using occult rituals such as tarot cards and crystal balls to read the future, present and past. Her magic grants her precognition, allowing her to predict the future through involuntary visions and small perceptions. She also possesses clairvoyance, which allows her to obtain information about objects, people, and events outside her normal detection range. In the Marvel Comics, Lilia Calder is known as the Witch Queen of the Gypsies. In addition, she also possesses the Book of Cagliostro, which contains passages from the Darkhold. Agatha comes to Lilia because she knew that with her ability, she could give her the names of the people she would need to form her coven. Lilia started out refusing to be part of the coven, but as we already know, that is up to fate. When Lilia receives the vision and writes the names on the paper, she doesn't realize that her name is written on the list, making her part of Agatha's coven. The second witch is Jennifer Kale, who specializes in potions. As a witch, she possesses magic within herself. However, she is currently magically bound and has no way to access that power. Specializing in making magic out of things, her skills focus on creating potions and using chemistry. Like other witches, Jennifer can live much longer than an average human while maintaining a youthful appearance, and is believed to be over 100 years old. In the comics, Jennifer is a highly skilled young sorceress, initially trained in the old Atlantean sorcery. When Agatha arrives at Jennifer's, she has no magic and is a bitter witch who now makes money healing the healthy. She uses her knowledge of potions to create cosmetics for women. Because of her new job, she has serious problems that can put her in jail, and without her powers, she can't do much. It is for this reason that after listening to Agatha, she decides to join the coven. This way, she will have a chance to regain her powers. The next witch recruited by Agatha was Alice Wu Gulliver, a witch who specialized in protection. She is the daughter of a famous rock star witch who created the popular version of the Witches' Road, named Lorna Wu. Alice inherited a curse that has affected the women in her family for generations. Although not a big fan of the witch world, Alice has the power to use magic to manipulate her environment. Her magic manifests as orange energy, and she has extensive knowledge in using symbols or drawings to invoke powers, which she considers to be writing spells. Alice can cast spells through hand gestures or incantations, and specializes in protection magic, using her power primarily to defend her allies and protect herself from enemies. She has created spells that prevent her family's curse from harming other witches on the Witch's Road. In addition, Alice has the ability to project her magic in blasts and bolts of energy, and has performed exorcisms. While working in security at the Westview Mall, Alice saw Teen apparently shoplifting and tackled him to the ground. Agatha lied to her supervisor, saying that Teen was her son and that he was innocent, which led to Alice being fired for excessive use of force. After her dismissal, Agatha and Teen approached her, telling her that they knew her true identity and asked her to join their coven to discover the truth about her mother's death. Although she knew that the Witch's Road was unrelated to Lorna's death, Alice decided to join the coven. Which witch is missing then to complete the coven? Now that she has a large part of her coven, she is missing one witch to be recruited, the Green Witch. To fill this space in the coven, the paper Lilia had given her had only a black heart. Agatha knew that the witch she needed was Rio Vidal. Rio Vidal is a warrior witch known as the Green Witch and a former enemy of Agatha. She is a powerful witch who uses magic to do incredible things, harnessing the forces of nature. She specializes in earth magic, connecting with nature and using plants, herbs, and stones to power her spells. She also has control over elements such as air, fire, earth, and water. Rio can create gusts of wind and move quickly, giving her agility and supernatural strength. In addition, she can heal herself. As a highly experienced master sorceress, she is a formidable fighter, capable of fighting other sorcerers, including Agatha. Rio was the only one who was not recruited like the other witches who were already part of the coven. Instead, Agatha took her neighbor Sharon Davis, who died after the first test. After the death of Sharon, who was not a witch, they used Teen's spellbook to perform a ritual to summon another Green Witch from Earth. After finishing the ritual, they think it didn't work, but Rio Vidal appears, becoming the missing Green Witch in the coven. With these witches recruited, only Agatha Harkness is missing. Her name was already on the list, so she is also part of the coven, being the one in charge of leading them. Remember that she had already successfully walked the Witch's Road once before. In this coven, each witch not only has magical powers, but is also connected to an element that reflects who she is. Agatha Harkness is fire, representing her strength and how destructive she can be. Lilia Calder is associated with water, showing how she can adapt and see what is coming. Jennifer Kale is earth, symbolizing stability and healing. Alice Wu Gulliver is connected with air, showing her ability to change her surroundings. And finally, Rio Vidal, the Green Witch, is nature itself, super connected to the natural world. Out of all the witches that are part of the coven, only Agatha and Jennifer are going with the same purpose: to regain their powers. Now, the fact that Agatha mentions that whenever there is a witch, it could mean that there are many more people with the potential to form covens. This suggests that there may be dozens, or even thousands of covens hidden in the Marvel Universe, waiting for the perfect moment to come to light. Just as we saw heroes and villains appear when they were most needed, it wouldn't be unusual for us to see these covens facing off against each other in the future. The powers of the witches in the Marvel Universe, including the Scarlet Witch and Wiccan, are believed to have come from the ancient gods known as the Elder Gods. One of them was the one who wrote the Darkhold, a cursed book filled with dark magic and spells capable of corrupting those who use it. This demon we saw in the Multiverse of Madness, or at least his statues, inscribed mystical forces in the book which allowed characters like Wanda and Wiccan, linked to this magic, to become two of the most powerful magical entities in the Marvel Universe. Throughout the comics, they alone have been prophesied to fully master mystical abilities that other witches can only partially wield. Wanda, having been touched by chaos magic, was destined to become the Scarlet Witch, And perhaps her son is destined to be an even more powerful witch than her. But tell me, what do you think about all this? Did you know the different roles of witches in the Marvel Universe? Which is your favorite witch? What do you think will happen with Agatha in the next episodes? Share your thoughts in the comments. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on The Oasis Geek.